UK, get yourselves ready for Commanding General YAHANNA and the generals of the I.S.U.P.K will be hosting a monster week across the United Kingdom for the 2023 Feast of Tabernacles. Thursday, September 28th, 7 p.m., 12 Shield, General YAHANNA Scripture Breakdown class live from Edinburgh, Scotland. Friday, September 29th, tour of King James Castle, Johnny Walker Factory Tour, 8 p.m., I.S.U.P.K, opening of the Feast of Tabernacles, hosted by 13 Shield, commanding General YAHANNA from Edinburgh, Scotland. Saturday, September 30th, 12 noon, street speaking, Bull Ring, Birmingham, 6 p.m., street party and barbecue at I.S.U.P.K United Kingdom, 10 p.m., nightlife, Club Republic in Leicester, special guest performance by 144 The Rebel. Sunday, October 1st, 12 noon, street speaking in central London, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, London tour and boat ride. Monday, October 2nd, 10 a.m., Let a Hebrew Speak live with 12 Shield, General YAHANNA, 7 p.m. England Scripture Breakdown in King's Standing, Birmingham with 12 Shield, General YAHANNA, 9 p.m. Black Watch live with Commanding General YAHANNA. Tuesday, October 3rd, 10 a.m. Shakespeare Theater and Warwickshire Castle Tour. For more info, call 44-7960-746-784. UK, get yourselves ready for Commanding General YAHANNA and the generals of the I.S.U.P.K will be hosting a monster week across the United Kingdom for the 2023 Feast of Tabernacles. Thursday, September 28th, 7 p.m., 12 Shield, General YAHANNA Scripture Breakdown class live from Edinburgh, Scotland. Friday, September 29th, tour of King James Castle, Johnny Walker Factory Tour, 8 p.m. I.S.U.P.K, opening of the Feast of Tabernacles, hosted by 13 Shield, commanding General YAHANNA from Edinburgh, Scotland. Saturday, September 30th, 12 noon, street speaking, Bull Ring, Birmingham, 6 p.m. street party and barbecue at I.S.U.K United Kingdom, 10 p.m. nightlife, Club Republic in Leicester, special guest performance by 144 The Rebel. Sunday, October 1st, 12 noon, street speaking in central London, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, London tour and boat ride. Monday, October 2nd, 10 a.m., Let a Hebrew Speak live with 12 Shield, General YAHANNA, 7 p.m. England Scripture Breakdown in King's Standing, Birmingham with 12 Shield, General YAHANNA, 9 p.m. Black Watch live with Commanding General YAHANNA. Tuesday, October 3rd, 10 a.m. Shakespeare Theater and Warwickshire Castle Tour. For more info, call 44-7960-746-784. Buddha.
Look, I endure hardness. I'm a good soldier. My niggas is killers. I ain't gon' hold you. This shit is not for the weak. I already told you. They taught us to yak a rob. Watch how you approach us. Blood of my brothers. This for the blood of my brothers. Yeah, yeah. Blood of my brothers. This for the blood of my brothers. Yeah, yeah. Blood of my brothers. This for the blood of my brothers. Yeah, yeah. Blood of my brothers. This for the blood of my brothers. Yeah, yeah. When Babylon fall, the meek gon' inherit the earth. I never turn pussy. You gotta bury me first. I get the word from Cap. I'ma just go, yes sir. Please don't play with your life, or you'll get seriously hurt. Over my brothers. We doing numbers. You like to talk a lot, but you'll get humbled. Hey, fuck all my enemies. Yeah, cause they make a tumble. You gotta be disciplined. Can't do what you want to. Outside is a jungle, and I got the heart of a lion. I just did Hebrew Academy, tried through the fire in the heart of a crisis. Everybody wanna talk tough, but only a dummy would try us. They told me life about war, so I ain't gonna never stop fighting. I know that they fools, but I cannot pity them. Niggas is taking them lies too serious. All black everything, know it, but fearing them feds is watching. I gotta stay diligent. I gotta stay militant. Yeah, I know that I'm killing them. I ain't the hardness. I'm a good soldier. My niggas is killers. I ain't gon' hold you. This shit is not for the weak. I already told you. They taught us to yak a rob. Watch how you approach us. Blood of my brothers. This for the blood of my brothers. Yeah, yeah. Blood of my brothers. This for the blood of my brothers. Yeah, yeah. Blood of my brothers. This for the blood of my brothers. Yeah, yeah. Blood of my brothers. This for the blood of my brothers. Yeah, yeah. Front line. That's double time. I ain't throwing no flags. They let their colors fly. I'm U.P.K certified. Follow the chain of command. We don't want cowards in here. Them niggas can stay where they at. Fuck what they saying is cap. These devils is hunting our steps, so I ain't leaving no tracks. I'm about the Lord business. I ain't playing with them, and I'm standing on that. I got my foot on their neck. I got the world in my hands. I ain't even breaking a sweat. You not even a threat. I'm a soldier. Head on a swivel. I'm always in motion. He move like a coward, cause real soldiers don't show no emotion. They just do what they supposed to. Yeah, it's the Lord's army. These niggas fold under pressure. I ain't talking about origami. We went to trials like we was fighting the case for manslaughter. I learned to yak a rob. I put these hands on him. It's crazy they drop sword after you would stand for him. He couldn't endure to the end. His cover is hanging in headquarters. Yeah.
One Westboro.
Right. Everything is lawful.
What's good now? I'm about to get a jump. Pull up.
Yeah, I changed for the better, but that old nigga. Let's make this song right. Yeah, I changed for the better, put that old nigga in the shredder. But however, I could never take a step back for my pleasure. Change the weather, Ruger 5.7 on my dresser. Clip full with a lot of pressure. I forget that I made her special. I don't care, so I don't remember hitting treasures in my lecture. New texture, but the same message. Think rich, no think better. Chevy boy, I don't need a Porsche. Bucket clean and I feed the horse. Pull up on me, lose a bitch, ain't nothing to me. Ben Simmons, they ain't fucking with me. Take sides, you was set hopping. Heat on, you was flip-flopping. On the come up, then he start watching. We open doors like fuck knocking. Yeah, she see it and then don't believe it. Spit fire in my heart anemic. Make a choice, get in the van. Taking ground and become a man. You pussy, I'm straightforward. Take orders, give orders. Bend corners, set orders. Niggas fold like rich quarter. Lifelong, but my temp shorter. Only for the bullshit though. Counterfeit niggas, they be full of it though. I don't really hear what you went to, nigga. We don't really care what you been through, nigga. I offend you, nigga. Sharp like a quick left turn in the venue, nigga. Cut right through it like a chin suit, nigga. If I said it, I mean it. And know I'm the meanest and one of the cleanest. I put it together and break it in pieces. I got plenty of time, I got plenty of ideas. You wouldn't believe it. I roll with the lions, you run with hyenas. I'm David inside of a killer arena. For all of my people, I'm giving you all of the smoke. Stop saying the stuff that you won't really want to live up to. Live by code, yeah, we stand up too. Say you get money, put bread up too. Saying you dumb, we fed up too. Fed up too, in the league of my own. Just leave me alone. They gon' keep talking about me. I just keep going and going and going. And it's what you showing. And I'ma keep growing and growing. And rocking and rolling. And take over loading. I hold a position in any condition. Completing the mission. Paying attention. I got a connection to sit in the section. Yeah, I changed. 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 You know I changed. You know I. You know I changed. You know I. Yeah, I changed. Yeah, I changed.
It's easy to sum it up when you just talk about practice. We sitting here, I'm supposed to be the franchise player, and we're in here talking about practice. I mean, listen, we're talking about practice. Not a game, not a game, not a game. We're talking about practice. Not a game. Not the game that I go out there and die for and play every game like it's my life.
I don't know you. I'm not letting nobody sell you crack. You know why? Because I never saw you before. But you a black man like me. That's right. And it's worth something.
This is Black Watch with Commanding General YAHANNA, the only man to lead blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans.
God made man on this earth. The white man he made man. God made man. God wants man to obey him.
Bringing you real news.
We don't need a black man in the White House. We need a black man in every black house.
For many years, there's a lot of black people who didn't realize how deep the racism of white America was.
You ain't gonna do nothing unless you decide where you gonna stand at with the Most High.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
Righteous solutions to issues plaguing our nation.
Boy, you better wake up and see the power that is within blacks, Latinos, and Native Indians.
Join us every Monday from 9 to 11 p.m. Black Watch. Let the show begin.
We'll go over all the stories of the day. DeionSanders story. The story about how they hurt that little sister over there in Ireland. You see that story, Maya? That was terrible. This little sister, man, I saw Captain Desire speaking about it, man. Little girl over there in Ireland, man. We're going to go into that story and other stories. Of course, if you have any questions, type your name and who you are in the chat rooms and Marah to let us know about your question. We'll handle your problem and lay it down nice and flat for you, all right? Dyer, you ready to rock?
You got it.
Conor McCon, sir. Can't get them. It's like it can't get them years back ever. Maryland man who spent 5 years in prison receives $350,000 settlement after state admits they prosecuted wrong man for murder and assault.
Listen, when the Supreme Court set up these laws, brother, in America, I wish I could remember who said this. Look up who said this, Yediah. If even one innocent man, if even one innocent man goes to jail, It's better that 10 guilty men go free than that one innocent man go to jail. I don't recall who said that famous quote. It's a very old quote. Found out who said that quote. It's a terrible thing in America with a country who can be so efficient when it comes to something that makes them money, shows absolute incompetence when the only thing that can be gained is a person's life. They're absolutely incompetent. They got robot dogs in New York. Robots. I was in the damn Lowe's parking lot in my yard, and I'm sitting in the parking lot, and all of a sudden a robot comes over to me. And now remember, this is the age where the robots are different than the cops. The robot is traveling, and all of a sudden it turns its swivel head towards me and stays there and stares at me. And now we're sitting there like this, and the thing does not move. Mm-hmm. And so I called my rib. I said, "It's a robot." I'm waiting for her in the damn Lowe's. Mm-hmm. I said, "It's a robot right now harassing me right now." And it did not leave. She came. She got in the car and we drove off. The robot mirrored us out the parking lot, out of the Lowe's. And I said, I thought this was going to be better when they became, robots. And it's not a white cop. Good. It's a robot. The robot is racist. Yeah. The robot is racist. And they have so much money to police you with robots and these phones, and they're delivering pizzas with drones. You know about that? They can deliver a pizza with a goddamn drone, Mayak. Yet still someone goes to jail for 10, 20 years and they never did it, and they never checked the blood sample, and they don't know where the evidence is, and it's lost. Because if it's not a profit to be gained, they see no value in the life that could be saved. Yeah. And that is one of the major problems with this place, with the rulers of this place, and why we need new rulers. Mm-hmm. This brother went to jail. Read the story, please, Yediah.
And just on the tech you're bringing out, they listen. Delivery places are starting to find you. They don't even need your address no more. You can be standing in the middle of somewhere and pin it or send it to them, and they come where you at. I forget what they call it. Delivery to wherever you at. On the
wherever you are.
Wherever you are.
Well, damn.
Pinpoint delivery or something they call it.
Come on, man. Don't tell me you can't do something if you want to. Good. If you want to do something, you absolutely can do it. The problem is you have no reason to do it in your mind, because all it saves is a life, not a penny. If it saved a penny, you'd be able to do it. But since the only thing that it saves is a life, you can't find any reason to do it. We need new governors over this planet.
That's right.
New rulers over this world, man. Go ahead, No problem. Who said it?
His name was Vidar Halverson.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
He said, "Is it better that 10 guilty persons go free than one innocent man be convicted?"
When did he say that?
Comic-Con, 1769.
That's what he said. Was he an American or a French ally of the Americans? 1769, that's Revolutionary War time when they're establishing this country. Or either it sounds like he was from France, and France were the main allies to America to help them win the Revolutionary War. You see that? They know how to do it. It's better that 10 people who are guilty go innocent, go free, than to have one man sitting in jail fighting for his life every day, possibly being unalived or assaulted every day. It's better that 10 guilty men don't go to jail than that one innocent man goes to jail. Well, this innocent man went to jail, and he's not alone, man. There's thousands of them that the police have been arresting throughout the years, planting evidence on people, arresting people for political reasons, because they need to clear this neighborhood out for gentrification. So they just arrest everyone in this neighborhood. This has been going on forever. And there are people that lived and were unalived in prison, and no one ever knew that they were innocent of. This is the one few case where they found out that the brother was innocent of and gave him $350,000 for 5 years in jail. Oh, yeah, let me tell you where that number comes from. Based on this is the story, Yediah. I can't believe we haven't done this. That bastard cop that laughed about that woman that he ran over, that someone else ran over. You don't know what I'm talking about? We did it? I don't even remember it. I must have not gotten my taste off of it. I must have not ate it enough. I don't even remember it at all. Play that one more time, if you don't mind. Because it was that heinous to me that he laughed about this. It was like they're hiring these cops. They aren't even people like that. And this was a white woman that he laughed about. I'm wondering, who they're hiring people who are ghouls, who don't even have human compassion at all on a human being. Anyway, this goes with the story with the brother here who got released from jail. He did 5 years. They gave him $350,000. That's a calculation, so you can notice whenever you get unalived by someone or your family member is unalived, they calculate how much money you would have made if you were alive. They did that in the World Trade Center. So if you were a rich tycoon who was unalived in the World Trade Center, there are people whose family members were unalived in the World Trade Center that got billions of dollars. Billions. You understand my point? There's a company that made $54 trillion with a T, and their family members got billions of dollars. Why? Because if their husbands were alive, they would have made billions of dollars in their lifetime. But there were Mexicans who were washing dishes at that restaurant they had on the top floor. They got a couple of $100,000 because they wouldn't have made much more than that in their lifetime. And that's how the court to this day determines the payment of a cause of death case. They look at you and they go, well, you don't have a college degree. You worked at Walmart. You might have made $200,000 if you hit the lottery, and they'll give you that much. While a rich oppressor, he has a master's degree. His family comes from money. He has businesses. They're going to give him $25 million out. And because they'll determine that his life is more important than yours, that his life is more valuable than yours. So they gave this cat $350,000 as if he wouldn't have made millions of dollars with the Lord's blessing in his lifetime.
So that remind me of that movie they made. What's that movie called where they thought it was going to be the end of the world? And each country was making ships to be able to sustain during that flood that was coming.
That sounds familiar.
Say again? 2012. And they chose people to be saved based off of what you're talking about, based off of who they were and what they have done, what good accomplishment, what they can give to society. Everybody else had to die except for them. You know what I mean?
That's a fact. That's how the court right now. You go to court and your cousin is unalive, your wife, your son, your daughter, they're going to look at you and they're going to determine, like an insurance company determines the cost of a thing. They'll look at you, your family, where you come from, and they're going to give a straight up number on how much money you would have earned. And you're not getting more than that number.
Listen, not too long ago, the Edomite woman at I think it was Starbucks, who was racist against a brother or brothers, I forget who it was, called the cops on them. They came out, the news came. They fired her. She took them to court and got, what, millions? She got and then got more money after that. You know what I'm saying?
And you'll look at that and you'll go, damn, how's that fair? Listen, there's a calculation they're making out. They're making a straight up math equation that says you are nothing, your father was nothing, your grandfather is nothing. People that live in your neighborhood make about this much. And that's all you're getting, even if you lost your life. And this is for your daughter or your son or something like that. And this woman, who's a lazy bastard, but her father owned this, her family owned this, and people in her neighborhood are rich. She's going to clean them out. The cop is going to bring it up in this video.
That's right. In this country, boy, them zip codes is very important. Everybody asks for your zip code. That's how they determine how to treat you.
That's how they determine your race. Your race is that zip code. So they can't make a decision based on your race anymore. Just tell me where you live, and that tells me your race. And then they can discriminate against you based on your race. Give me the thing with the cop, please, Morale. All right. Let's keep going, please.
Comic-Con officer caught on body cam laughing, joking over death of grad student struck by another cop.
Now, this story just incenses me that any place would hire people like this. This cat should not work at the Chick-fil-A. Have you seen the customer service in Chick-fil-A, Mayak? Do you see how they treat you in there? I don't eat much fast food, but I hear about it constantly, y'all. I hear that Chick-fil-A, how is Chick-fil-A treating people, y'all? Bring it down to me. I hear they treating you like an honored guest. Am I right or wrong? Yediah.
They say my pleasure.
I mean, I hear about this Chick-fil-A, my guy. Our wives come back from Chick-fil-A like they've been on a little mini vacation.
But she is dead.
Bag and like sauna or something for at least an hour. Chick-fil-A hires delightful people. Delightful little white boys and girls in there. Come over to your car, treat you so nice. They got flowers on the damn desk, the broads told me. Flowers on the desk, right? The tables. Treat you wonderfully. A cop could not work at Chick-fil-A. They're terrible people, man. How in the hell is anybody hiring? Play the video. Play it, please.
But she is dead.
2 weeks ago. Now there was a chase. Wait, can you please a little more about the story before I go nuts? Here's the story. There was a chase. Now this cop that's in this video, he's not the one that unalived the woman. He is just asking his union representative about the case. He's on the phone talking to his union rep from the policeman's union, and he's asking about what happened. Was the person unalived? Are they gone? Now, the person who actually hit the woman was a police officer who had a suspended driver's license.
Huh? Hold up.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Yeah, you can go put that in your Googles. He had a suspended driver's license.
So what are you doing driving a patrol car?
He's driving a patrol car.
But she is dead.
He's driving the patrol car. He's chasing someone against the rules. They're not supposed to be chasing people at this speed. He's chasing them at this speed. And there's a oppressor's daughter who's crossing the street. He hits her by accident, unalives her.
But she
That's
is
the
dead.
story that this cop is asking his union rep about. That's what you need for the background. Go ahead.
That's not the only time the Seattle police officer talking laughs while discussing what happened here. 23-year-old Janavi Kandula, a Seattle graduate student, struck and killed by a Seattle police cruiser while she was in this city crosswalk on Dexter Avenue last January. A fellow officer was responding to an emergency call. This video just obtained from Como shows that officer en route. The officer on the body cam identified in a news release from the Seattle CPC, the Community Police Commission, as Detective Dan Arterer, laughs and says,
Yeah, just write a check. Just $11,000. She was 26 anyway. She had limited value.
The CPC's co-chair Joel Merkel said he heard reports that he and the call.
Okay, there's the right version where you can hear him laugh and talk about that money. And he says on the video, well, she was only 20 years old. She wouldn't have earned much money. Give her $20,000. And he laughed and laughed and laughed. You have it? Go ahead. Was this in Portland?
This video from a Seattle police officer's body-worn camera captures what sounds like a callous disregard for human life.
I think she went up on the hood, hit the windshield. Then when he hit the brakes, flew off the car. But she is dead.
That's the voice of SPD officer Detective Daniel Otterer. It's recorded January 24th, one day after a woman, 23-year-old Janavi Kandula, was struck and killed by another officer's squad car while that officer was responding to a call. Kandula was in a crosswalk when she was hit by the patrol car that was going 63 miles per hour in a 25-mile-per-hour zone.
It does not seem like there's a criminal investigation going on.
In a different portion of the call, the officer appears to be talking about paying off the victim's family, such as a monetary settlement if the family were to sue the department.
No, it's a regular person. Yeah, just write a check. Just $11,000. She was 26 anyway. She had limited value.
Seattle police say the video was flagged by a department employee, say the Office of Police Accountability is now investigating. But that's not blunting the impact for some.
I don't even have the words to
Let me tell you
describe
what happened after this story. Go Google this. This cat, he was talking to the union rep, right? At the end of the story, he still is working on the police force. And the only thing that has changed, he went and signed, the union now says that they will not release the body cam videos to the public. That's what has changed. It became illegal in that police department to reveal the body cam footage anymore. So now, because he got caught on that body cam, no one can see the body cam footage anymore. The policemen's union in Seattle won't show the body cam video anymore. He's still working right now. He couldn't get an effing job at Chick-fil-A. He'd be too rude, too cruel to serve you, chicken at a fast food restaurant. But somehow in this job that they call law enforcement, which is another goddamn lie, because of course they don't enforce the laws, because otherwise you couldn't drive with a suspended license, and you couldn't beat up a suspect, and you couldn't commit crimes, because they're law enforcement officers. What they actually do is enforce some laws, and they don't enforce the others, and they're told which laws to enforce. They're told to police these people, don't police these people. Make sure none of them commit crime, but don't pull them over at all. So to even call them law enforcement officers is a lie, because they're told to ignore certain crimes and to arrest for certain crimes. And these are the people that we think will stop crime in our neighborhood. This is it?
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah. Marah?
If I could, so that reminds me of a certain other type of police, the purple police.
The purple pigs.
They do the same exact thing. They police certain laws. They enforce certain things. Like, oh, you got to pay tithes.
Of course.
But other laws, you can't have multiple wives. They make sure you keep the Sabbath. They make you sit home and watch Nate on the Sabbath. But then Nate on the Sabbath, he'll plant drugs on somebody on the Sabbath.
Exactly. Well, he's talking about the purple pigs, the I.U.I.C, who emasculate men so that Nate can feel like a man, because Nate is effeminate. Right. And he needs to emasculate other men so he can feel like a man, while commanding General YAHANNA fosters the spirit of manhood. He emasculates every young man who serves under his command, because his manhood is sound and is not threatened in any way. But Nate, of course, he's shaking his booty. He twerking. The big Frida, I forget his name in that group. He's Deacon A$AP or Deacon Deacons. What's Deacon Frida? Deacon Frida. He's dancing and dancing. And so because of that, they have to emasculate you. You can't go out and get another woman. Your rod is hard and you young, and one woman can't contain you. But you can't go get another woman, because of course Nate doesn't want the woman he has. Brothers, let me explain something to you. The Bible says this, that the stars will fall from heaven. We're going to have to stop giving worship and glory to the people that we used to give worship and glory to. I know a cop is, I know he's, a hero. I get you. I've been to the movies. I've been to the movies before. I got the video games, right? Cops, and who's on there? Navy SEALs. All of you imagine you're a Navy SEAL, right? In your mind, you're a Navy SEAL. I get it. You pretend to be a Navy SEAL all day. You pretend to be a cop all day. Somebody gets famous, they become a cop movies. Here's what you love. You love the police and the military, and here's what you will give money to no matter what. The space, anything that is about space exploration. That's another thing I meant to get into today. Of the money that space exploration is getting. They just went and scooped about literally 1 cup of dust from an asteroid. Went to space to get 1 cup of dust from an asteroid. They said that if an asteroid hits Earth, the possibility is 1% of 1%, and it could happen in 200 to 300 years. They went to space and got a cup of dust from an asteroid. Nobody complained. Nobody said, we don't have the money for that. I remember when they wanted to give reparations out, I remember when they wanted to give Black people and Hispanics health care. I remember when they wanted to give you the money, that money that Biden gave everybody. Oh, there was robust debate about should they get this money? Should we have welfare reform? They went to space and got a cup of dust. A cup of, am I making this up? No, I'm not. 1 cup of dust, and spend billions of dollars. No one complains.
No protest. They got the Space Force. They didn't spend enough money for another military branch on Space Force. You put an Egyptian head on Mars. They got SpaceX, the damn Amazon nigga man going up to space. Everybody's in space. They spend all this money. I don't hear any debate. I don't hear any, is this money well spent? Should we be spending this money? Black people don't care. White people don't care. Hispanics don't care. You know why? Movies. That's all. You look at movies and you'll see what people are willing to spend money on. Movies. Cops are in every damn movie. Oh, who's that man whose wife get arrested? What's the man who got it? He got to go somebody kidnap his woman every 2 years, and he got to go get him. He got to go get him.
Liam Nelson.
Liam Nelson.
The movie Taken.
Taken. Somebody gets if you and Liam Nelson's family, and you a woman, but you getting kidnapped. You're getting kidnapped because somebody kidnaps a wife or a woman in his life every 2 years, and he's a special forces expert. And he knows all of the karate, and he knows the special kung fu, and he knows the guns. And because of that, no one will ever say, don't give the cops money. Don't let them buy robots to follow me around the goddamn parking lot. Don't give them No one will ever say anything because of the movies. And space movies are the other movies. Every movie from the time your mama watched movies has been about space and been about cops since J. Edgar Hoover told Hollywood that they had to start making movies about cops. Because before then, criminals were being glorified like Jesse James. And he told Hollywood, you have to make movies making cops the heroes. Because before that, gun-slinging, bank robbers were the heroes in Westerns.
Yeah.
Am I making this up? I don't make up anything. I'm not in the IURC. What I'm telling you is a fact that you can go look it up. He told Hollywood, we're not going to let you make movies. We're going to give you a rating and make you a rating. You either could be G or PG or R, or we'll make you X, and then you can't get released. If you don't start making movies where FBI agents and cops are the heroes. No more gun-slinging Jesse James and Billy the Kid being the hero. Then every movie was about cops. Every movie was about the FBI. Every movie was about the special forces, and every other movie was about aliens and going to space. And every TV show about going to space. And they have an unlimited budget. You, however, don't ask for more on your food stamp card because you're lazy and you need to get a job. And the taxpayers shouldn't have to pay for you not to work. That's what'll happen when you want to increase, when you want more food stamps. And that's why everybody is striking. Give anybody who's on a strike a hand, man. Strike. Strike. Oh, Lord. Let loose the strikers. Strike. You feel like striking, start striking. And you in Hollywood, strike. You building them cars in that hot ass factory, strike. You on UPS in a car. I didn't even know that the cars in UPS didn't have air conditioning. Never knew that. Never even. I'm so selfish. I didn't even think about. He comes to my house every 2 days. I should have asked the brother something. He in my house more than I'm in the house. Blame them broads on that house.
Yeah.
The man at my house I see him coming and go, hey, Jim. He in my house. He at my door every 2 hours. I at least could have asked the brother, does he want a glass of water? Because he in that car that has no AC at all. Strike. Everyone should be striking because if you don't strike, they take you for granted.
Yep.
What are you holding for me? Anything? Okay, go. Let me know when I should get into the big ones, Moreau. Go ahead. See me one more time. The short one, 2 fingers, all right? Go ahead. Please. I appreciate it.
Rolling Stone founder removed after controversial remarks and new interview claims black and women artists are not as articulate or intellectual as white male ones.
Now, this is an amazing thing in 2023. In 2023, let me tell you first what happened. They did a movie about this cat, and I forget the name of the movie. It was about the Rolling Stone, and he was a young teenager. and he went out and interviewed, the Who or somebody like that. I don't know the movie and nothing like that, but they brung it up when they did this story. That's him right there. Is it Rolling Stone? There's some movie that's about this cat. I appreciate it, Warrior.
I'm not sure, sir.
I forget. So anyway, he was doing a documentary on rock and roll. And people went and asked him because after he did it, he only interviewed white men about rock and roll. What is rock and roll? How was rock and roll established? The state of rock and roll. And so reporters went and asked him, hey, listen, my man, why didn't you interview any black people or women? Because clearly black people invented rock and roll. Chubby Checker around.
Jimi Hendrix.
What's the cat? You can keep going. They invented the damn genre of music. And so Chuck Berry, and they asked him, Little Richard, and they asked him, well, why didn't you interview anybody? He said, this is the quote. Read the quote one more time.
Connor McCon.
This is a quote, Maya.
Connor McCon.
Go ahead.
Rolling Stone founder removed after controversial remarks in new interview claims black artists are not as articulate or intellectual as white male ones.
That is a direct quote. Now, in 2023, why are you surprised that he said that? You get me? The whole story is like, oh, gasp. In 2023, how could somebody say something like this, nigga? In 2023, why are you still surprised that they think this about you? How many times have you heard this? Your mother heard this. Your father heard this. Your grandmother heard this. You heard this 2 months ago. You heard this last week. And yet you still gasp when you hear that an oppressor cares not about your sacrifice and what you've been through to create something that he profited off of. Are you still shocked in 2023? I'm not. This is a common, everyday, ubiquitous story of someone who has built their whole life. They did a movie about him starting Rolling Stone Records, Rolling Stone magazine. His whole life is built on black music, his entire life. And he gives them no credit at all for his success. In 2023, you should not be surprised because it happens all the time. I'm going to come in here next week and do another one of these stories. Just wait a week. I'll do another one. Give me a week and I'll do one more. And then when the next one comes out, you'll go, oh, how could he think that in 2023? Yeah. How are you still shocked in 2023? Black people, and you know what he means, Maya? They aren't articulate enough. Meaning when he sits down, he wants to write a story. He thinks you are a bumbling Mississippi Basin, Alabama juke joint ignorant bastard, and you can't put two words together for him to write about. Those songs, however, you can write just fine. Those lyrics you can write just fine. Those beats you can write just fine. Those musical chords, those intricate jazz chords, those intricate rock and roll chords, you can write those just fine. But to talk to him, you're not smart enough, which is what that means. If someone says you're not articulate enough, that's the way white people say you're too dumb to talk to. Moreau.
If I may, sir, we can't forget about Leo Cohen.
Say again.
Leo Cohen. He signed all them
Here
cats.
we go. Now, so I'm supposed to be shocked about this after what Leo Cohen said? I'm not shocked. Why? Because it's 2023. So I'm not shocked by this anymore. I've grown accustomed to how they feel about me. When are you going to do that?
God.
When are you going to just say, well, of course he thinks that. So I can't give a damn about Rolling Stone. I can't care about them because I know that they hate me. Anything else, Mariah? You die. You got it. Go ahead.
They don't care. Viral video of Asian woman kicking and hitting homeless black man sparks outrage on social media.
In 2023?
Khan.
Are you kidding? Yeah. In 2023. So you shouldn't be shocked because we'll do another one of these stories next week. Play the video. What city? You can keep going, you die.
Khan. Woman and her daughter were caught assaulting.
Can I pause for a second? my house, I started out adding this sour mix to my tonic water.
What's sour?
Sour mix is like you put it in margaritas, or you put it in a Tom Collins. You put it in something where it's like a little bit of sugar and lemon. It's very sour. So what I started doing is adding the tonic water and the sour mix in my chaser, and it's outstanding. Please continue. In New York. Go ahead.
Of all places.
Go ahead.
Can't be assaulting people. You call the cop.
China, I think it is. And it looks like, it looks like the Hunger Games, Maya.
Good. I saw a video of Vietnam with on them scooters. Like everybody, nobody's walking, everybody's on a scooter.
Yeah, man.
And it's like no, it's just they all coming together.
Call it wild.
Oh my God.
This is not a civilized people, man.
Nah, and Gino, a lot of this going on with us, and like to see that video of that young brother getting kicked by these two women, treat them like trash. Let me tell you, this is the Christian church fault, man. You Christians, this is your fault, man. Because of your philosophy and doctrine of inclusion and want to be integrated with everybody, they treat us like trash, man. Like we are the prey to the other nations. And you don't get it, you don't see it. And you don't see it because of Christianity, man. You understand? Let me get Ezekiel 34:8 if I could, sir, real quick.
Go ahead.
The book of Ezekiel, chapter 34, verse 8. Come on. As I live, saith the Lord God, surely because my flock became a prey. Who's the Lord's flock? Israel. You are the Lord's flock. So-called Black, Hispanic, Native Indians. You are God's flock. You became a prey to who? And my flock became meat to every beast of the field. The beasts of the field are these other nations, man. The beast was that so-called Chinese lady right there, who's Moab in the Bible. Her and her daughter kicking that brother that's homeless right there, man. He down, out, destitute, he in hell. And you want to kick for the... What's the point? What are you kicking for? There's nothing that you can justify saying he did to you to make you go over there and kick him while he land on a vent. He land on a vent. So what's the point of kicking him while he's on a vent? There's no reason. But there is a reason. Because the leaders that we got, that we appointed over us in this land called America, have not done the job. We are prey. We meat to other nations, man. To the beasts of the field. The beast, other nations. The meat is you. They eating you. Eating off of you. Go ahead. Because there was no shepherd. Because there was no what? No shepherd. The leaders that you assign and you appoint, all y'all holler about voting and all this kind of stuff there, your so-called leaders are supposed to be looking out for you. They're supposed to be your shepherds, but they are not. You know why they're not? This is one video we just saw. That's the proof, man. Play that video, Marah, so everybody can see. I want to see that video, Marah, of them kicking that brother, man. That happened because there is no shepherd over the Lord's flock. There is none. They're too busy giving money and taking money from the rich of Israel and not worrying about the poor. Look at this right here, man. Look at it. And then she still buy him and fix the coat like, what is this? Like I'm something and he's trash. That's what she did. She's kicked him and then fixed the clothes. Keep it on that one part. We ain't got to change it or another. Keep that picture up. Her standing there like he trash, man. That's trifling. Where's the sense of honorability amongst us, man? Where are the shepherds at that take up the plea against us, man? That should not have happened. And they talk about the Asian hate, huh?
The Asian hate crime bill? Are you kidding me? Really? Look at what's going on here. Keep on reading the scripture, brother.
Kana Wakan. Neither did my shepherds search for my flock.
And he ain't go looking for the nation of Israel, man. The book of Ezekiel talk about if you a man of the Lord, you can put a hedge around Israel to protect them, get ready for the battle. That ain't no protection there. Look at her. She kicked the mess out of the boy. Kicked him. The homeless cat. Look at that. This is trifling, man.
She ain't worrying about the police coming out.
Listen, gentlemen, she not. She not. She ain't worrying about the police. Hell, nobody. Because it's nothing. Why do they act like this? Why do they treat us this way? Why do they feel this way? Because your so-called leaders are not doing a job that the Lord said for them to do. That's why. They feel emboldened treating us like this here. Why? They are the beast of the field. And you are the meat. You are the prey. And they eating you because the shepherds are not giving you the things that get you right, to bring up out of the condition you in. That's just a slide.
And if I could back up what you're saying, how is to crush another lie that people say about Asians and the so-called black people, and the lie that they say about the Mexicans and the so-called Hispanics. That brother laying on that sidewalk on that cardboard, he's the American citizen, not her.
Yeah.
He was born here.
Yeah.
He is an American citizen, and that woman kicking him is an immigrant. She's kicking him, and she is a damn immigrant. But she still knows that she is above him in society. So let that stop any lie you're thinking that people hate the Mexicans because they're immigrants. They don't. It's because they're Mexican. It's because they're Hispanic. Because the brother laying on the ground is clearly, he's an American citizen. She is an immigrant from Asia. She's an immigrant from China or Korea, but she knows she's better than him. She isn't giving reverence to him because she's an immigrant and he's from here. She's kicking him because she knows that even though he is a citizen and she is an immigrant, she's better than him. And that is why they're abusing the Mexicans in New York and the South Americans in New York. It has nothing to do with where they're from. If it was about where they were from, they would treat black people like kings because we are born here. But instead, they kick us and abuse us. Someone from China is going to kick you and abuse you. Well, you've been here for hundreds of years and your family built this country. I thought you only hated the immigrants. Nah. Come to find out, the Asians, the oppressors, the Africans all hate you. Blacks and Hispanics, no matter where you're from.
God. And they are the immigrants, like you said. Half this government is immigrants. You know what I'm saying? The people that run this country is immigrants. My father's from here. We came over here with not a quarter in his pocket and this and that and this and that. And look at us now. Yeah, you the immigrant.
Yeah.
And you slaughtered the indigenous people.
That's
that
correct.
was over here.
That's correct. Go ahead, you die.
More stories.
I think that's it. Go ahead.
Top of the hour, sir.
Say again.
Top of the hour.
Ready to rock? All right, go ahead. Let's do, what do we have next? Remind me of that.
And combine it with the Ukraine story.
Okay, solid. And then after that, let's get the one with the Ireland, and let's get DeionSanders. We'll do DeionSanders and that poor little sister from Ireland. That was a terrible thing. Let's do her after this one right here, all right? Go ahead.
Migrant crisis explained. What's behind the border surged. Unauthorized crossings have hit unauthorized crossings have hit levels not seen since last spring. The Biden administration is doubling down on strategies to contain migration as unauthorized border crossings surge across the Southwest.
So let me help you with another thing that I pray you have learned from being in the class tonight. If migrants are surging out of their countries into America, it is exactly what their countries in America want. These people are not coming into America, and America is just stymied on what they can do to stop it. America wants this to happen. They want these immigrants to flood out of their countries. Where are they coming from? Venezuela? Anyone coming from Venezuela? Anyone coming from Ecuador, Guatemala? All right, they'll find oil there in a second. Now remember I said that tonight. Before you know it, they're going to find oil in Guatemala. They're going to find oil in Ecuador. They're going to find oil in these countries, and the people who were living there are gone. And they're going to wash dishes in the restaurants in Manhattan. America, for some reason, you'd have to go ask someone in the know to know, but they want to empty out these countries, and they want them here in America. Oh, lo and behold, what did I find out last week? That there's a labor shortage in America that has not been seen for 50 years. That's a shocker, Mayak.
Yeah.
It's a shocker. Give me the governor of North Dakota begging for people to come live in North Dakota. Wow. Good freedom-loving people who can take all the plumbing and electrician jobs. Give me that, please, Murad.
And I heard talk of giving these immigrants work permits.
Oh, lo and behold.
I thought they were so hazy.
I've been hearing about that for a year. There's a shortage of workers.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to work. Nobody wants a job. You know what we got right now? Immigrants coming from every goddamn where into America. Shocker. Surprise, surprise. They want these immigrants here. And the countries that they come from, they want them to leave. And we're going to find out later when you see Montego Bay, Guatemala. When you see one day we're going to be in a vacation spot in Guatemala, brother. That's going to make you going to take a broad there, Maya. You'll be sitting in Guatemala drinking them drinks in Guatemala on a vacation. Like I was sitting in, what was I at? Someplace in Mexico. I was sitting there living good. And I know why. Because they pushed every Mexican out of the city. Every Mexican who was right where I'm at right now, at this water, that's a color that you don't even know how to describe it. Some type of bluish green, crazy color.
It's beautiful.
I know that there was a nigga that lived here. He's washing dishes in Manhattan. Now I'm sitting here in Mexico. Before you know it, these places are going to be the most beautiful vacation places in the world. And the dishes in Manhattan restaurants will be clean. And the construction will be climbing to the damn sky for pennies for what they would pay an American citizen to do it. You have what I asked for? The governor of South Dakota, let me see her. She did a whole goddamn commercial. That's her. Let's see it. This might be
$1 nationwide workforce recruitment campaign. One of the ads features the governor working as a plumber. Another shows her working as a dental hygienist. She focuses on how South Dakota handled the pandemic, the state's economy, and our apprenticeship programs. Noam says that the state has 25,000 job openings right now.
How many?
The governor said
25,000. That's South Dakota. 25. I ain't know it was 25,000 people in South Dakota. 25,000. She's doing commercials. Look at the bitch with the hat on her head. She's doing commercials coming from up under a sink. Like, hey, y'all, come change these pipes up under this sink. Lo and behold, there's Mexicans and Guatemalans and tribes and Haitians flooding into this country, but nobody wants them here, Haas. We don't want them here. We don't want them here with no papers and no way to actually have to pay a minimum wage, right? No way to form a union because if you come from another country, you can't form a union. Workers here that can do nothing but just work for whatever you give them.
Yep.
That's what America will have now in abundance. And they've been doing this story. You've heard this for the last year that nobody wants to work.
Yeah.
After the pandemic, what did everybody say? Nobody wants to work anymore. We got jobs, help wanted jobs on the windows, but nobody wants to work. Somebody will. They're coming over the border right now. They will. And they're going to be off the books.
Yep.
They're not going to strike because they can't legally even unionize if they're here illegally. All they're going to do is like they've been doing in New York, working in the back of a restaurant, cooking the most delicious food on the planet and getting paid under the table. That is what's going to happen.
You know, something blew my mind one time, right?
Go
It was
ahead.
back when I was in the world, right? I used to go down to Chinatown. I was into that stuff I was into right down there with Moab, right?
Go ahead.
And we used to go to this restaurant all the time. I thought the food was just freaking amazing. It's like it freaking amazing. Boy told me, he said, man, that's not Moab back there cooking. He said, that's Mexicans back there cooking. I said, what? I said, who? He said, brother, that's Mexicans in that kitchen cooking that. That ain't Moab cooking that food. I said, you got to be kidding me. It blew my mind. The food was so good. I ain't never had blackened chicken that was that good. You hear me? That blackened chicken was off the hook, gentlemen.
I'm sure.
And it was brothers back there cooking. While Moab made all the money, like it was their business, they made all the money. You had to make out all the accolades while brothers was back there slaving, the Miskerites, man. You had to just bring more out to what General Muhammad is saying. Slog yourself.
And once again, they're going to make people hate Mexicans, hate Guatemalans, hate Haitians, as if no one wants them here.
Yeah.
Somebody wants them here.
Yeah.
They want them right here. They can do whatever they want. They can get a cup of damn dust off a comet. They want them here. They don't have the resources to seal up the border. They can go to Mars and get a cup of dust. They can. The federal government, which is the same government that funds the space program, to get a cup of dust off a comet. You know a comet is moving? Do you know that, YAHANNA?
Yeah.
That ain't no planet. That's a cup. Let me tell you how terrible this is. They went, give me the story about the cup of dust. That's some comet up there, been around there thousands of years, according to them. They got some ship. They went up there, gets a cup of dust, sends that cup back to America, and is on to the next comet. And that comet is moving, and they had to change the name of the comet to something Nova, because now that it's gotten one comet, it's going to get another one. So now they changed the name to Atlas Nova, because it is continuing to go and going to get more dust. And in 2024, send back dust from another damn comet. They can't seal the border. They can't end crime. They can't end drug addiction. They can if they see gain in it. If they can make money enough doing it, they absolutely can. And the public is not going to mind, because you watch Return of the Jedi and Star Wars. You watching Star Wars and Star Trek. So you don't mind them getting that dust. You're happy. You know how dumb you are? You think one day a comet is going to hit the planet. Oh, was there a movie that's been coming out about comets hitting the planet? Oh, damn. I think I've seen about 10 of them in the last 10 years about some idiot effing comet that's going to kill everybody on the planet. Can I run them down? You had the Bruce Willis one. You had the one from, what's the cat who was married to Jennifer Lopez? You had the Ben Affleck one. You had the, what's the one I just said just now? Was that the same one with Bruce Willis? It's been like 10 of them.
And the one with Debo, am I mistaken? Or some
it's
Debo?
One with Debo. You know how many? They just did one recently with Leonardo DiCaprio. A comet hitting the come on.
So the recent one with Leonardo DiCaprio and Meryl Streep was so heavy about that one is that they had the opportunity to destroy the comet, but they said we want to harvest it for its resources before China do. And then the comet ended up hitting and destroying
everybody on the damn planet. You know how old these movies are about this comet up. It go back to Bruce Willis at his heyday, Mayak, in the 90s. I think there's a Keanu Reeves one where the comet hit the damn Earth. They just did one last year. Lo and behold, they just went to a comet. Nobody said, why are you wasting all this effing money to find out about this comet? No one said why and who gives a damn. They were happy to do it because you believe in movie stars. You don't believe in reality. There is no comet that's going to hit the planet. It will not happen. It's never going to happen. That is not how your end is coming. It's not coming from a comet. The Earth will always be here. NASA told you that it's 1% of 1%. It's such a small number. It's like hitting the lottery 5 times.
And then they package it, return with the alien samples. They call it alien samples. So all you Trekkies out there like, whoa, Ferengi.
Can you give me a list of movies, disaster movies when a comet hit the planet Earth?
Deep Impact was one. Somebody
Come on, House. Deep Impact.
I saw. I looked at that. That's the one. They had what's that cat? The black actor. What's the brother name? The older cat. They used to be on Sesame Street or
Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, he was.
I totally forgot that guy.
Yeah, Deep Impact.
I forgot that one. It's so many out, and that's them tenderizing you.
50 miles an hour, you can see it glowing brightly.
By the time they say, we're going to spend $27 trillion getting some dust, you like, well, you good. Thank you. because I have to survive the deep impact. I got to survive the alien invasion. There's aliens coming. So guess what? We need to spend $27 trillion on fighting the aliens and alien research. No one complains, but you complain about the immigrants. You don't have any money for the immigrants. For Tent City, you don't have any money. You got money for whatever the hell you want to spend it on. We are just not valuable enough.
That's right.
To make you want to spend money.
But
come on,
be valuable enough to have them make money. We got to make money for them, though.
Yes, we do.
Like, you don't want to spend no money on us, but you put us in your restaurants. You make us workers in your Walmarts. Put us in your fields. We drive around all your buses, police all your cities, making you money and making you rich, but you don't want to give us none. That's why y'all understand, man. When our king returns, it's going to be right. This is what happens when he returns. Like, it is tallying up all the evil that you're doing on earth. That you refuse to change, you refuse to stop, and you continue doing this, man. That's why it's so important for you Black, Hispanic, Native Indians to come out of her, my people, like how the Lord said. That means come and take your spirit out of this land and put your spirit back into who the Lord called you to be. And that's the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. You understand?
What he's saying is the damn truth. That's the truth.
Damn right, General. Damn right.
Go ahead. Yediah.
And listen, General, if I could,
please.
I'm thinking about the construction business. And I was talking to, was it Captain Akkad? Akkad or somebody. He said, listen, General, he said, coming up soon, you will not be able to do no construction without knowing some Spanish, because all the Latin tribes got it sealed up. They're doing all the work, and they're doing hell of a work too. Quick!
But they don't want them here.
Ain't that something?
But they don't want them here.
Oh, what hustle
they
you
just
trying to
keep
give us?
coming. We can't stop it. We can't build no wall. We don't know what to do. They want them here. They want them here. And now you're going to hate them thinking that they're breaking some law when the slave master wants more slaves.
Yes.
That's it. Yes. He just wants more slaves.
Yes.
You know.
General, it's going to be wonderful when we come back together as a nation, General. I mean, can you imagine us coming together with them brothers and we building up the ghetto and the barrio and the reservations, brother? Like, it's going to be something else. Them brothers, I watched them fix the house, and they did the cement, and it was wonderful when they was done with it. I was like,
forget about it.
I'm like, looking at the house, like, wow. Come on now. And it was like what they did was something else, man. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to be a wondrous thing when the Lord, that spirit really come on Israel. We all come together like that and fix each other up the way it's supposed to be.
Let me back you up, House, with some history. At the end of slavery, the regular average Joe white man hated Black people because they were coming to take their jobs in Chicago, in New York, in Philadelphia, St. Louis, Detroit. Meanwhile, the government wanted us to leave the South and to come to Chicago, New York, and Philadelphia, giving us incentives, telling us it's better here. The Ku Klux Klan is not here. Come here. But when we come to the North, the average white man looks at us like we are pushing our way into his society when his government wants us here.
Yes.
His government is asking us to come.
Yes.
You think millions of Hispanics are coming across that border? How are they coming in masses? Because someone from America is organizing them to come all on the same day. They're not pushing their way over here. They're hearing the call that America is giving. America is calling them to do construction, calling them from hellholes to go try to live a better life. And they're going to let you hate them, when meanwhile your government, your congressmen, and your rich men want them here.
That's right.
That's them you will never hate.
That's that division they pushing on us, sir.
Thank you.
That's how you keep them 12 tribes separate. That's how they never come together as a nation. Yeah, I mean, that's why you brothers and sisters out there is very important, man. And it's truth, how you live your life and how you do things, and let everybody see what you have changed to become according to the Lord. Let them see your good works, man. Because this nation got to come back together again. So that division that we got amongst each other can stop. So there is no more division, but one inclusion amongst these 12 tribes. You understand?
Go ahead, you die. The Ireland one? Okay, throughout.
Gymnastics Ireland deeply sorry to Black girl ignored at medal ceremony.
And play this video out. I damn near can't watch it for looking at that little girl out there. Y'all showed it. I had to turn my head out. She just skipped over.
She was there, Mike. Mariah.
She skipped over. They're giving out medals for some type of gymnastics. She's supposed to she skipped over. Didn't give her a medal. And her face, when she's done, I gotta turn because it bothers me too much to look at that girl's face once the medals are done. And she knows she's the only person that didn't get one.
Look how she looking.
I mean, it's just terrible. It's just and we're going around. We're going to Scotland soon. We'll be around there. Give Commander General YAHANNA a hand. Taking us all out to Scotland. This little girl needs to learn something. You know what that little girl should have learned? It's 2023. Why would you ever expect that they wouldn't skip over you? Why would you even expect to get a medal? This little girl is going to be devastated because she has not learned the lesson of history. Brothers and sisters, you got to learn the lesson of history, or else you're going to be damaged because of this. It's going to hurt you because all this time you're thinking they accept me. They're going to accept me. Slavery is in the past. Like they told us at camp, slavery is in the past. That was a long time ago. You keep listening to that, then you're going to be standing somewhere waiting for you to be not looked at the color of your skin, for you to know that this is in the past. And then they're going to skip over you and not give you your medal. And let's play her face right here. Go ahead.
You know, she stepped out of line to look down to see where her medal was at.
She wanted to see. She wanted to see if is all of them going to get one.
Like we finished?
Is there no more?
Where's the
Because remember, when they skipped, I'm sure she was thinking, well, she'll come back and give me mine. I'm sure she's going to come back and give me. Oh, wait a minute. Is she going to come back and give me? Wait a minute. There's no more medals. That little girl knows why she's the only one that didn't get a medal. She knows why. It's 2003, baby girl. You should have already known that was going to happen. If you had good parents, they would have told you, baby, F their medal. Don't even go up there. You won it. You won the contest. We out.
Or came down and did some shit. Left her hands up and walked around with her.
When she didn't get the medal, she put her fist in the sky. Or she don't even step up there at all to get the medal. They go win the thing and go straight to Chick-fil-A after the goddamn thing or go get something to eat. They leave. They don't even stay for the medal. So then the story could be tomorrow. Why didn't the only black girl even stay to get the medal? I'll tell you why we didn't stay. Because our people are oppressed. And we didn't expect you would even give us a medal. So we didn't even stay for the ceremony. We went to go get something to eat after we won and whooped all y'all ass like that. We went ahead and got something to eat. Because in 2023, we knew y'all was going to skip over us. That is what's supposed to happen. But are we going to keep getting our hearts broke? We're going to keep breaking little girls' hearts, breaking the hearts of children, expecting our oppressor to be better than he ever was 2,000 years ago or yesterday? It's 2023. You got to expect this. You should expect it by now.
General, I'm stumped.
Or else you're the child.
I want to say something, sir, but I don't know what to say. I'm like, I'm pissed off, but I'm trying. This is crazy.
Let's absorb it then, Haas. Let's look at the girl when she's waiting. She's still hopeful right there. See her face? She's hoping. She's like, well, maybe the next one is going to give it to me. She touched it. Oh my God. Rewind that. Oh my God. She touched her little chest. She touched where the thing would lay. Hold up. Wait, oh my God. Do you see her? Did you rewind?
Yes, sir.
Are we there?
Oh, wow.
Oh God. Oh my God. I'm gonna get out of here. My God. Rewind it again. Oh my God. Oh, look at her do it. Here it comes. Here it comes. Oh God. She touched where the award would lay on her chest. She touched it. Wasn't no award there. Meaning, if she got an award, what would she have done? She would have said, she would have touched it. Every little girl touched it. You're going to see them. They all touch it. She did not get an award. And she did like a phantom touch, like where the award would go if she got it. And then now she looked right there. Let me see the screen again. She's looking down to see it. Is that the last one?
Smile is gone now.
Is that now? There's no smile.
She's looking for her parents.
She's looking. Yeah, she's looking for her parents.
Now she's looking down the thing like where is mine?
And then, can I tell you another thing I noticed? None of them other bitches looked and wondered why she didn't get an award either.
Right. No.
Like, where they at? Like, they her teammates. Like, why ain't they going, hey, where's your award at? Hey, coach, you forgot to give her award. You forgot Tamika's award. What's going on down there?
Look at her.
She's looking back.
She's looking back.
She's looking for her parents, like you said. Oh, no.
They surely teach us something. I saw a video, not to get off this, but there was a video. A cat recently went viral, right, in a museum with two kids, right, a brother, and the Edomite is peeking behind the museum pillars, peeking and following them. So he pulled out his phone. He said, "Hey man, would you follow? If you're gonna follow me, give me a goddamn tour. What you following me for?" "Well, sir, I'm hired to, just make sure everything." "Well, look, I ain't the only one with kids. I'm trying to make sure the kids don't run around." "Well, look, that family got little kids too, but you seem to be following me. Look, goddamn it, if you're gonna follow me, give me a goddamn tour. Give me a." And there's a whole went viral. They went back and forth on how they treat us. And so there's one part, another video I went to his TikTok. So he got different parts of teaching the kids and showing them different things in the music. And the little brother, right? And I said it to Mariah, but the little brother, he looking at a picture, and at first I didn't see the picture right away. But it's a picture of a black woman. It's a drawing, painting. She got long neck, them painting style, like Good Times type.
I got you.
So it's a black woman holding her chin and holding a baby with the other arm, right? And the brother asked the little boy, he said, "What do you think when you see this picture?" He said, "Well, see, they're monsters, right? But they're good monsters." But she's sad and upset because people don't treat them right and think they're bad, but they're good monsters. But people don't treat them like that, so she's upset. And it struck me like, this is a black painting. This is him. It's like a child look at themselves in these paintings and say they think we monsters, so we're monsters, but we're good monsters. We're good. You know what I'm saying? But we get upset. Good monsters. It was something to see. You know what I'm saying?
Is that it?
That's it. Go
ahead and play it.
And he's speaking kind of low.
Like that black dog theory they do.
Yeah, the dog test. Yeah, the dog test.
Like that's
monsters, but they're not monsters. They're just trying to be good, but people don't respect them for what they are. So the mom would put her hand on her face like that because she's a little bit scared and mad, so she thinks they have to go away.
That's what you took from that picture?
Yeah.
Scared and mad because they think they have to go away because people won't respect them for
They're monsters, but they're not monsters. They're just trying to be good, but people don't respect them for what they are. So the mom would put her hand on her face like that because she's a little bit scared and mad, so she thinks they have to go away.
That's what you took from that picture?
Yeah.
Give him a hand. What am I? I mean, Jesus Christ. Ugh. Let me tell you, brother. Someone has to help these people, or else the self-esteem damage they will incur from trying to join their gymnastics league, from trying to go to Harvard, from trying to be in their schools and be in their neighborhoods. The psychological damage will take another generation to get rid of.
Yeah.
Was that in Ireland, by the way?
That was in Ireland.
Somebody mentioned that. Okay,
yeah, that last one with the gold medal was in Ireland.
They're like, we should go give her that award when we get to them.
Let's write that down. That's a good idea. That's a real good idea. See if somebody, maybe the brothers out there in the UK, can find her, and we can go give her an award. Jesus Christ.
General,
Go ahead.
you can blame all this in the hands of your so-called civil rights leaders.
Forget
all
about
the ones who wanted to say we got to integrate, and then when he integrated us, talking about Martin Luther King.
Of course.
He realized that he integrated his people into a burning house. It was too late now. He already got the ball rolling. He realized he'd been played. We've been getting civil rights march, the movement. We've been getting played. Seeing these small tidbits of that young sister and this young brother who sees something but sees the misery and the hurt in there at his young age, we've been getting played, man. All you leaders out here that think you something got the money, all y'all get an F, man. You get an F for failure to the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian community, man. I get Fs, man. Y'all didn't pass nothing. I ain't do no good job for us, man. And because some brothers got money out here and got a little bit of money, maybe the 1% or whatever, the majority of us out here are destitute and dying at a very high rate, and nobody care, man. Don't nobody care about us except for the I.S.U.P.K. You know what I mean? All your other so-called groups out there, they over there going to different countries trying to convert them. Ain't nobody back here in the ghettos and the barrios trying to raise up the nation of Israel except for the I.S.U.P.K, man. Your leader that you elected, they all get an F for failure, man. There's no way that young brother should have been saying what he said about that painting. Could you imagine a Edomite kid saying that, Heck no.
Forget about it.
Them Edomites taking their kids to the gun range at that age, teaching them all kind of stuff at that age. But we got to have our kids make that sad analogy of a painting. We got to have our kids do an award. Go to a tournament and be the only one not get a medal. And they got to apologize for it. Enough of the apologies, man. They do that. They do it. They know what they're doing. But know that we say, we sorry, Black people. Y'all gonna say, oh, it's okay. We forgive you. Enough of the forgiving.
Forget about it.
Enough. When's the time for us now to step up and go get our own amongst ourselves? Why don't we have us an all-Black gym tournament? Why not? Why not? Why can't we have an all-Black gymnastics tournament with just Black kids? Black people do tournaments. They in gymnastics. You got teachers out there. We got to start having our own, man. Like God, General Hyman said, it's 2023. You so surprised and shocked that these things go on. Oh, come on. I'm surprised and shocked that you don't want it to stop. Yeah. And the only way to stop was if we come together as a nation, man. You 12 tribes, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You are the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. You are God's chosen people. I don't care what nobody say. The whole earth can say what they say. The whole earth is wrong. And the Lord is right. And it's time for us to come together, man. Y'all don't see the writing on the wall, man? You kidding me, man? I know my back then talking about Pop, and and I knew when I grew up in Southwest, it's a certain part of Southwest you couldn't go into, because that was the Edomites neighborhood. And if you went in that neighborhood, got caught lacking, you was rumbling. Mm-hmm. It was a fight. You had to run up out of there if you was by yourself. They would chase you out of there. You understand? Back in the day, it used to be good where you was in the hood, you was safe around Black people. You knew you were safe. Anywhere else around the other nations, you knew now you had a problem. We need to get our safeness back amongst ourselves and our own communities again, man. That's going to take us now learning how to love one another again, like how Christ said.
Yeah, I'm right.
That philosophy that the Christian church teaches you has failed us. It has failed us. How I know? Look at the ghetto right now. And look at the other neighborhoods. That's it, sir.
Man. Let me tell you, you better teach your children if your self-esteem is dependent upon some white woman giving you a medal, then you're never going to have self-esteem. Yeah. You're going to have self-esteem that is not dependent upon their approval, or else you will have no self-esteem. What do you have up? DeionSanders? Or we got something else? Let's go into DeionSanders this week. He's all over the news, my YAHANNA. All over the news. DeionSanders, they won a couple of games of a team against teams they should not have, won against. They became very popular. You want to break it down?
Oh yeah, Conor. He's had a lot of success so far in Colorado. This past week, he got Oregon Ducks annihilated them, sir.
I heard.
They got them up out of it. It was bad business.
45 to damn near nothing.
Conor one kind. It was
Bet
rough.
on that. Who lost money on that? Ask your dog if he lost money on that. They ain't get me.
Me either. I bail.
They ain't catch me out there this week.
That was good.
Go ahead, Al.
Yeah, kind of kind. It was a rough situation, and a lot of coaches took a lot of shots at him. He gets a lot of criticism. You know what I mean, for what he's done for Colorado.
Yeah.
You know what I mean. Recently, wide receiver Keyshawn Johnson was on with Skip Bayless on Undisputed. He said that, you know what I mean, this ain't been confirmed, but Keyshawn said that other coaches, and maybe from the inside of Colorado, gave Oregon and are going to give teams intel on how to beat them, which wouldn't surprise me.
No. Okay. There's another video someone sent me of this cat named Jimmy the Greek. He was on the TikTok this week saying that if black people become coaches, then there won't be any jobs for the white man. Did y'all see that? You see that, Maya? Oh, that was a good one. It was a perfect scenario for what's happening right now with DeionSanders.
Yeah.
Now, also, I know some brothers, this is very similar to, like the LeBron James, Michael Jordan debate. Some brothers, might say DeionSanders is wrong because he left the HBCU. Some brothers might say we should support him because he's a black coach at a white school and he's being hated by all the other white coaches, right? Let me help you both out. Like with everything about sports and entertainment, everyone's right and no one's wrong because this is a nothing topic. And that's what you got to get from entertainment. You got to get that you believe this is something and this is nothing, or else you're the little girl waiting for your medal.
Yep.
You don't want to be her.
Damn.
So you don't want to be, Deion should have stayed at the black school because we need him, because if black schools succeed, what will happen what's going to happen? I thought Christ was coming back and everything was going to get destroyed. Right? So let me help you with something. America ain't getting better. If you're waiting for black schools to get fixed, don't you want Christ to come back?
Yeah.
I thought we had to be wars and rumors of wars.
That's right.
And earthquakes and tumults in diverse places. Nothing is getting better.
Nation against nation.
I thought, are you waiting for Deion to revitalize black schools and for black schools to win? And when you say win what? In football? Who's the chess champion of America? Raise your hand. Tell me, who's the chess champion? You don't give a F about that, do you? Well, that's entertainment, but you don't know who the chess champion is. Give me who the national chess champion is. You know? Who? Give him a hand. I heard about him.
Yeah.
They was talking about him in Harlem. This cat here knows about chess. And Harlem knows chess. Yeah, you see how it would be crazy for you to go, you need somebody to bring back chess, somebody to be the black chess champion. Football, chess, soccer, basketball, all of it is meaningless and nothing. Who gives a damn about any of it? The problem with black people and Hispanics is you need athletes to be your hero.
Yeah.
They can't be your hero. Let me tell you something else I heard this week, Haas. They had that big girl, Lizzo. You know who Lizzo is.
Yeah.
And Lizzo came out in the news and she did some old press conference like, when you are who you are on the outside, you don't have to be who you are for other people. We must believe in ourselves and not care about what people think about us. And as I'm watching, I'm thinking, bitch, what this got to do with music? You're supposed to be playing the fat flute and dancing and having a good time. I need my self-esteem from Lizzo. So you telling me Lizzo got to be my life coach? You put a lot on a woman. So Lizzo can't just be a bitch playing the flute, dancing, making people dance. Lizzo has got to increase the self-esteem of every chicken-hungry woman on the planet. That's a lot to put on her. Charles Barkley, Michael Jordan, they got to be civil rights leaders. What makes them qualified for that? Jump shots? Dunks? Black people, I'm trying to help you with this. I know you're bereft of leadership. I'm trying to tell you that you have leaders now. You don't have to look to ball players and basketball bouncers to be your leaders anymore. I don't think Deion is going to be able to give you revolution in basketball, football, and black college success. You know what I think DeionSanders is? A brother that would like to get paid more at his job.
Yep.
Okay, and I don't know if you're gonna be able to be angry at him. You don't work at a black restaurant. Where you work at?
Yep.
Who works at Walmart? Ain't no black hardware stores you can get a job at? Huh? You work at a restaurant? Ain't no black restaurant you can get a job at? You don't even think about working at no black place.
Yep.
You ignore that shit. But you need Deion to work for the blackest school because why? I idolize him. He's my idol. So he has to take the burden of blackness off of me. Me, where am I working at? Whoever pays me more. That's where I'm working. That's what you died when you went to find your slavery. Did you make sure to go to the blackiest of black places?
I'm in the blackest black place now, sir.
You in the black place?
In the Israelite school of universal.
Shut up. Give him a hand. That's as black as you can get. You don't get more black or Hispanic than that. So if you have a slavery in the world, I don't think you turn down a more paying job to have a supervisor with an afro.
Oh, so like I said,
or Hebrew. Go ahead.
So like I said, I tell Esau all the time, and they get me fired. I said, I don't come here to work. I come here to get paid.
Yeah, I think that's all any of us are doing.
Yeah.
You got a slavery up? Did you pick the black it is? Does your supervisor have a Hebrew and wear a pick in his hair? Yeah. Did you pick that job because it was black owned? Yeah, I don't know anybody that does that. So I'm not expecting DeionSanders to take a pay cut to have work in the blackest of blackest places, because to me, he's a man.
Mm-hmm.
And like any man, they want to earn a little money when they go to work hard.
Yep.
Unless I'm thinking something that I don't think he ain't a god. He's not a priest. So I think he does what he does for money.
Yep, I think you're
okay. So now let's assume Deion is a man. Let's assume that he's a man with a penis and feet. Oh, and he got a foot problem, but he got some toes, and he has a wife and kids, and he just works for money.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I don't get my self-esteem from him. You understand? Now, if you get your self-esteem from him, he's probably going to let you down, just like you would let him down when you go to get a job. All right? You cannot depend on athletes, singers. Lo and behold, the rappers, Mayak. I dare not tread upon that ground.
Oh, wow.
Because rappers give you your self-esteem, your political views, your religion. You die, niggas my age, right? Don't never let them tell you about rap. Because people my age got their religion from the Wu-Tang Clan. Now, go ask them. Go ask them. Go ahead. They don't talk shit now. But brothers my age chose their God because the Wu-Tang told them what religion to be. Now let them talk to you about rap today, like rap today is so evil. They chose their God because Wu-Tang told them to be a 5%er, and they did it.
Yep.
You die.
Yep. So you hit me home, sir.
Yikes.
Wu-Tang told my uncle to be a 5%er, and he passed that down to me before I came to the truth.
Yeah, now I don't know how Wu-Tang became theological scholars.
Yeah.
I don't know where they got that from. I don't know why we would listen to the RZA, the Jizza, and the Gizza about their views on God and the chef the Raekwon.
But they won't tell you they used to try to come to the school at one time, huh? They ain't bringing that out, General, huh? They ain't telling you how they used to come to the Passovers, how they made songs about the truth in that song they got. If you listen real closely, you know what I mean?
I can't remember a time where there was so many gods walking around. Everybody was a god.
Peace, God. Peace, God. Where you at, God?
The
What's the mathematics, God? Now, once again, I've come up under command of General YAHANNA since I was a child, since I was a very young man. And so other people talking about God is silly to me.
God.
It's like, I don't respect anybody even talking about. I don't want anybody to try to be heavy with me.
Yeah.
Like if someone even attempts, let me say something to you, God. Do you rap? Dance. Show me your dances. Rap. I want you to rap. But God, I want to drop this mathematics on you. No, thank you, God. Just can you do some of them raps about the METHOD? Give me some of that. Give me some of your dances. I don't need none of your heavy talk.
Man,
I get heavy things said to me at 3 a.m. all the time. I'm not looking for heavy. I'm looking for entertainment. Do you understand? Alexa, we don't have Alexa. Someone Google, what does the word entertainment mean? Because that is all DeionSanders can provide. He can't provide political refuge or the establishment of a new black consciousness or the new black business model. He runs and catches for a living. He can't do all of that you want him to do. How is he a scholar in doing this? Come on.
If I could, sir, it reminded me about something, especially within my generation. I know brothers that look me in my face that would try to give me a thesis on why they would take a dinner with Jay-Z over $500,000.
I forgot that part. Yeah, I've never understood that out. Okay. Now I'm trying to be patient with people that think like this. I don't want to make them make fun of them. But I'm on the edge of making fun of them.
That's all we would do. That's all we used to do with all them gods. We just make fun of them on the mic. And God works for the white man. Is that what you saying?
Where you going, God? I see you got your vest on going to work. Where is God? What time does God have to be at work?
What security company is that, God? God? How come we still in oppression, God? When are we going to be free?
My y'all took me back. We used to always do that. God, what time you got to clock in tonight?
God, give me the scripture where you said this, God. When is it going to happen, God?
I forgot about that. I'm trying not to laugh at you because you're ignorant. But you don't have to be. DeionSanders is not qualified to save the black university. Guess what's going to happen in about 1 year if Deion is successful? He's going to leave Colorado to go to the NFL.
Oh, yeah.
Why? For the same reason you leave your job to go be a forklift driver. Or it's the same thing. It's nothing more than that. He's going to jump from paycheck to paycheck. Just like you used to be a loader at Walmart, then you get to drive the truck. No one would ever tell you, hey, my man, you got to stack them boxes because black people need your leadership during box stacking. You can't go drive the truck. You can't get your CDL. You would look at them like, who in the F are you talking to? I got bills to pay. I'm driving the truck. Well, DeionSanders is going to abandon Colorado as fast as he can when he gets a better job, like you would go from the loader to the truck driver to the supervisor.
Damn
like
right,
anyone would.
Yep.
And guess what? If he can get a better NFL job, if he gets hired as a defensive back coach in the NFL, he's going to leave that job to be a defensive coordinator. Then he's going to leave that job to be a head coach. The same reason you started off flip on the fries. Then you went to the burgers. Then you went to the front of the house. Then you became a manager at McDonald's. It is no different with DeionSanders. Don't think of him like a deity. That is what some of you against him because he left the HBCU. Sure, he should have stayed till the rest of his life and worked there forever. I get you. I understand. Some of you applaud him. Sure, he's making a ton of money for Colorado. I get you. Here is what you should think of him as. Someone who cannot do the job that a UPK priest must do.
That's right.
This is your job.
That's right.
It's your job to save black people. It's your job to save Hispanics. I can never leave the UPK. Do you understand? I can never leave this school for a better opportunity. I can never say, well, the purple faggots offered me more money. The purple Salakia. The purple. I got to practice. Even if I'm not on TikTok, I got to do it. The purple vaginistas. Damn. The purple effeminates. See, that's too long. I need something more quick. The purple.
This is the purple people.
I need something that signifies the ladybugs. That just, I don't know where that came from. It came out.
Nobody is the purple rain.
The purple rain.
The purple rain.
Listen, you know what they are, okay? I could never take a higher pay and go be with them, or take a higher pay and go become Catholic. I can't do that. If I did it, it would be a sin. It would be a crime against God. DeionSanders getting another job. I don't know. It ain't nothing. It's just nothing. It don't mean anything. It's irrelevant. You will not remember this in 5 years. This will be gone like it didn't happen. I remember two brothers put their fists up at the Olympics. Oh, it shocked the world. Where were they next year? Working at the car wash.
Yeah.
In LA. Who cares later on? No one cares. You don't care. You didn't go send them money to support those two brothers who lifted up their fists at the Olympics in the 1960s. Did you make sure to pay their rent? Did you have funds to support them? Did you do concerts to make sure that they didn't have to wash cars, which is what they did? Someone give me that. Juan Carlos, I think his name was. He had to wash cars in LA at a car wash after he put his fist up. Did somebody say, man, we need to raise money for them? You don't give a damn. Why? Because it's all just entertainment. It is not the work of God. It is not meaningful. Nothing that anyone does on a basketball court or football field is meaningful to history. Nothing. Someone look up the word entertainment and tell me what it is. Entertainment. Just read it for me. I'm trying to help. I know it ain't going to work. Add this to the list of the things I've said that mean nothing to anybody. I'm going to do another one. Superstars and entertainers are not important. The jobs they take don't matter. If Deion stayed at the HBCU, it would not free black people from oppression. It would have done nothing at all. It would have meant nothing. Him going to Colorado means nothing. Him switching to another job means nothing. Michael Jordan with those shoes, he made so much money. We're on crack and we're dying and we're in the ghettos, even though Michael Jordan was the most famous basketball player and everybody wears his shoes. It means nothing because all of it is entertainment.
Yep.
Who has the definition? Go. Let me get the young. Oh, give me Juan Carlos and you, Warrior officer. You can give me what you have. Go ahead. Show him the picture of Juan Carlos.
Sir, Salaki.
He wasn't like the he made the sacrifice for the blackness and the black of the blacks. Go ahead.
Yeah.
So this is the picture. If I could, I'm gonna go back. Black History Month. Tommy Smith says he is seeing then I'm gonna read it. His brothers lost their place on their high school football team, and the only job he could get was washing cars. Salaki.
That's after that picture. That's what he did. Did you even know? Guess what? Face this in your mind. You didn't care what happened to him after that. Because it's all entertainment.
Yep.
You got the picture on your wall at home. You feel all black when you see him up there with his fist up in the air. You got that old black feeling in your chest, don't you? Don't you feel all black when you see that? What happened to him afterwards? You don't give a F. I don't give a F. It's entertainment. I move on to something else. I watch the game that's on tonight. I watch the singer or the rapper that's performing. I don't know what happened to him. I don't give a damn.
Right.
Because the Olympics are entertainment.
Right.
What does the word entertainment mean? You got more? Go, you want to switch? Go, do you think?
You want to read entertainment?
Please.
Go ahead, young brother. Get that microphone.
Can they hear you?
Entertainment, the action of providing or being provided with amusement or enjoyment.
That's it. It's amusement. It's the circus, a carnival, a movie, a light show, a firecrackers display. It means nothing. I got to make my whole life about what some entertainer said.
Yep.
That's what I got to make my life about.
Yeah.
Can he handle that responsibility? Can he? So DeionSanders was supposed to work at that black college until when? Blow my mind. Somebody let me understand that. Forever and all time and perpetuity? No matter how much money you could get somewhere else? Is that what you would have done? I don't think anybody would have did that.
Nope.
Because it's nothing anyway. It's entertainment. It's an amusement. It's not important to make a life sacrifice for.
Yeah.
You don't make a life sacrifice for fucking football, for basketball. You make a life sacrifice for that. DeionSanders still eats pork, whether he works at a black college or a white one.
Yep.
He eats pork. He eats shrimp. Did DeionSanders keep the Day of Atonement when he worked at that black school? No. What in the hell difference does it make where he works? When he's a sinner, if he works at a black school or a white school. Lizzo cannot be the champion for all heavy women. Lizzo is trying to sing and make money at a damn concert. She ain't no fat revolutionary. She's a singer. She does concerts. She's trying to earn some effing money for doing shows. I don't think she can be your heavy Malcolm X.
Yeah.
I don't think she can be a fat Malcolm X for you. Leave her alone.
Yeah.
Leave Jordan alone. Leave LeBron alone. Let them entertain you. Laugh at their comedy. Clap for their songs. Cheer when they jump up high in the sky. You better get the word of God from us. You better come to us for leadership. You better come to Command and General YAHANNA for what to do in your life, for what stands to take. I don't think LeBron can do that for you. Mayak.
They looking for revolution. They better come here.
I don't know where else they're gonna find it. Yeah. You went to Muhammad Ali. Oh, he was gonna save you, wasn't he? Oh, Muhammad. Oh, Muhammad. He was so blackety black, wasn't he, Mayak? He was the blackest of the black. He was deep dark chocolate black. Black as soot, black as the ground, blackety black. He was a Muslim. He stood up to that war, and he had to defend all of us for our political beliefs. Some boxer, a boxer in the 60s. Guess what? He came, he boxed, he's gone. You're in hell in the ghettos and the barrios right now. After Muhammad Ali.
Even before him.
Before Muhammad Ali.
During him.
During Muhammad Ali.
Like you said, and after.
And we're still looking for boxers and entertainers to help us.
I mean, him and Malcolm was together.
Yeah.
And couldn't change the ghetto.
I don't think they're up to task, God. I don't think they're trained. I don't think they can do it. Okay. However, General Mayak, General Haas, and Commanding General YAHANNA trains revolutionaries. He trains them. This is our business. Revolution is our business. Black survival, black uplifting, Latino uplift is our business. And I know my business. I pray you understand that.
Damn right, General.
Now, if you're going to depend on some basketball player, I don't know if you're going to be all right. I don't know if that's going to help you.
Yeah. Hey, General, I listened to that song, Marvin Gaye, What's Going On, right? Now, he wrote that song, if I'm not mistaken, back in the 60s, right? Yeah, about all the things we was going through as a people during that time. And I listened to that song, the words he say, it's that the same thing is going on now. Like from the 60s to 2023, nothing has changed in the words in that song. Nothing. And the problem be, y'all put y'all trust in these athletes, like how General Muhammad said, they're supposed to be leaders. They're not leaders. Like, they got you worried about the athletes to get you away from the real problem. They got your mind focused on who playing tonight, how many stats this cat got, to get you away from the real problem that you living with every day in the ghetto, in the hood, in the barrio. You know what I mean? The leaders ain't got to do their job now because y'all you worried about the sports or the comedians or your hip-hop artists or your R&B artists. That takes up all your time. But your everyday problem and struggles you living with in this land called America, you ain't got to worry about that now. You worry about the sports and entertainment, man. You know what I mean? That's the ploy of entertainment. Takes you away from the responsibility of now what's going on with your people.
Can I back you up, Haas, with something I know my poor people don't know? Who's ever heard the song Change Gonna Come by Sam Cooke? You know that song?
Yeah.
Brother, do you know, of course, that was the most revolutionary black song of its day. Change Gonna Come. Could someone type into their Googles, why did Sam Cooke write the song Change is Gonna Come? That's all you're gonna write. Now, everyone knows this song. And this song is like, it makes you feel like you should get to the streets and protest, don't you? You want to get out there and protest when you hear change gonna come. You want to get out there and lay down in front of a tank and stop the Vietnam War, and you want to stop Donald Trump and stop Biden. Why? Because Sam Cooke said, change gonna come, change gonna come. That meant the world to you. To you, it was a political call to action. Let me just tell you why he wrote it. You die.
Sir. The song "Change," gonna come, was inspired by various events in Sam Cooke's life, mostly prominent when he and his entourage were turned away from a whites-only motel in Louisiana.
Oh, you ain't even done. Give me Bob Dylan on how that's true. Bob Dylan was the inspiration for writing Change Gonna Come. Because Bob Dylan wrote a song that made $1 million back then. And so because Bob Dylan wrote this song, Sam Cooke wrote this song, Change Is Gonna Come. I'll give you a second and I'll read it from you because I got it right here in front of me. You have it, you have Bob Dylan's song? There you go. Let me read it for you. It's right here in front of me. Sam Cooke's song, Change Is Gonna Come. Inspired by Bob Dylan's landmark social political statement, blowing in the wind. The chances, my friend, are blowing in the wind. The answers are blowing in the wind. That song made millions of dollars. Sam Cooke has to do one thing, and one thing above all things. Who wants to blow my mind? Give me the answer, young officer. Oh, he asked, if you're a singer and you're a recording artist, what must you do above all things? You're right. Let me bring you home. Sell records. That's the whole thing. To sell, you got to. I got it right in front of me. I read it just now. If you don't have it, let me know. I just typed it in. There it is. It came out in 1963. Blowing in the Wind. He wrote it right after that. Let me tell you what rappers are trying to do. I don't want to hurt your feelings. They're trying to sell some records. So the minute that they know you like it, no matter what the topic is, they'll write a song about it because you like it. And guess what happened after that? Marvin Gaye wrote his song about social justice. Not because Marvin Gaye is a revolutionary, but because the previous record sales of other people tell him this is what you want to hear. And they're trying to sell records up. Do you get my point? They just want to sell some records. You are looking for gods to speak to you. But a singer is trying to sell records. And because how much money did Blowing in the Wind make for Bob Dylan? That'll tell you why Sam Cooke wrote this record. And why Marvin Gaye wrote those records. All those records of that time came out because the people were buying that kind of music. And the minute you buy that kind of music, you're going to get more of that kind of music. I know I'm telling you something that damn near you don't get. Because you don't get how simple life is and that money is really what everything is about in life.
Yep.
People are just trying to make money. All your heroes are just simply trying to get some effing money. That's all they're trying to do. They're not trying to be revolutionaries. Lizzo wants some money.
Yep.
Tupac wanted some money.
Yes, he did.
So he's saying things that he thinks you might like.
Yeah.
Based on who you liked before.
Which is why he turned from that old conscious rap to the thug rap.
Yeah, somebody bought that rap, and then he says, I'm making more of it.
Yep.
The Wu-Tang Clan is trying to make some money. They're all just saying what you want to hear. How much money did Blowing in the Wind make? Go ahead.
I want even better. The record sold for $1.8 million.
The what?
The record itself, like the actual record.
The thing he recorded it on.
Conor McCon sold for $1.8 million.
Yes. That brother making him a song about revolution, huh? He making one. Sam Cooke is he's sitting down like, freedom, because he wants some money. Not because he gives a F about revolution, but because he wants to sell this record. Do you have what I have right here about Blowing in the Wind? I'm looking at it. Go ahead and read it for everyone.
It says, one night in Miami, the true story behind Sam Cooke stirring a change is going to come. Conor McCon, Slovakia. The SIP, Slovakia.
You just type in Blowing in the Wind. It's right here in front of me. I can hand you my phone if you need to read it. Anyway, the point is this. It's not as heavy as you think. Right?
Yeah.
That's all I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
It ain't magic, Huck. It ain't magic. The minute you buy a song that's about revolution, you're gonna get another one.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody gonna have one.
Yep.
Which is how gangster rap came about.
Yep.
You bought that NWA music, oh, you're gonna get more of that. You getting 50 Cent and Ja Rule after that. You getting Biggie Smalls. Why? Because you bought NWA. It doesn't mean NWA is gangsters. They're musicians. They're gonna pretend to be gangsters because you like it. What is DeionSanders? He's the same thing. He's just an entertainer. If you need men of God, we got him over here for you. We got men of God here for you. Right. Yediah.
It says, upon hearing Bob Dylan's Blowing in the Wind in 1963, Sam Cooke was greatly moved that such a potent song about racism in America would come from someone who was not black while on tour in May 1963.
Yeah, because Bob Dylan was a white man.
Mm-hmm.
That wrote that song.
Mm-hmm.
And he saw how Bob Dylan was making all of that money off of that old blackity black song. Keep going.
Connor McConnell. After speaking with sit-in demonstrators in Durham, North Carolina, following a concert, Cooke returned to his tour bus and wrote the first draft of what will become A Change Is Gonna Come.
That's it. You're gonna find that through everything.
Yep.
You're gonna find them saying, "What? How much did that record make? Oh, I'm making one.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how much did he get for that? Oh, I'm making that same type of song. I'm doing that exact same thing. I'm making music about gangbangers,
right?
About Crips and Bloods. I'm
right.
making one. Why? Because you like it, because it's selling. I'm going to Colorado. Why? Because they're paying more over there. I'm selling these shoes because they're buying the shoes. It is not about your heart or your mind or trying to lead you. It has nothing to do with that. You're a child and you need grown-ups to make your decisions for you. Anything else, Marah?
If I could, sir, I think Adidas had a wake-up call about what you just said when they tried to fire Kanye West.
Yeah.
Then had to rehire him back.
Then they had to rehire him back because that's the point. Okay, the point is cash, y'all. Everywhere else on this planet, all of your revolutionaries, your rappers, your singers, your athletes are just trying to make some money.
Yep.
That's it.
I
don't know what else I can do, man.
You got to come to LA. Come fly to LA.
Yeah.
That's when you get noticed. That's when you get, because it's all about getting the contract, getting the
Just
money.
want some money. Lo and behold, you make them a god. Don't do that. Okay, stop doing that. I know you need direction. The Israelite School of UPK under commanding General YAHANNA will provide the leadership for you.
That's right.
You go work wherever you can get the most money and give us 10%. That's all you got to do. You can work wherever you want to work, wherever they pay you more. You give us 10%, and before you know it, righteousness will rule this land because we are not entertainers.
That's right.
I pray you understand.
That's right, General. And listen, can I say one thing real
Go
fast?
ahead.
Let me tell you something. This is how y'all start. Start with this, y'all. Start with knowing the Bible says in Leviticus 11th chapter on what you can eat, what you can't eat. Paul said in Romans 15, the Old Testament is for your learning. Learn that you can't eat shrimp, crab, pork, lobster. Stop doing. Let's start there. Let's start with what you eat. Start eating things that the Lord said not to eat. Eat the things He said to eat. Let's start there. And let's start to change. You got to start changing your life, like Jeremiah. Jeremiah is telling you to change your life. He's telling you that you're worrying about things that you shouldn't be worrying about, and put your faith in men that don't have the strength or the leadership skills to guide you in the right direction, because they're entertainers. The Lord appointed men on this earth, and I.S.U.P.K to lead this nation the correct way. Be telling you now, this is what you do. Stop eating pork. Stop eating shrimp, crab, lobster. Stop all that stuff you're doing right now. Let's start there. Let's start doing that. Start doing that. Get in the classes and learn. And when you learn something in class, you now apply what you learn to your life. Now, I mean, look at everybody that Bible like it's part of you. Like, when I'm reading, okay, I'm really in this book here, because you are. Like, this ain't no fairy tale. We ain't saying it. You really in the book. It's really your heritage, your ancestors. Now, when they tell you to not do something, don't do it. Don't do it. And when it says to do something, go ahead and do what it says and see how your life will change.
And I know a lot of you knuckleheads, you might hear that, and you might say, man, well, what I eat got to do with us being free? What me smoking got to do with, man, all that stuff y'all talk, it ain't got, what that got to do about me being free? But when you realize it, man, and wake up one day, you're going to realize The God that's your God is a God of obedience. And your obedience is everything to him. He said obedience is greater than your sacrifice. You think, I love God just because I smoke. He going to be mad at me because I smoke. He going to be mad at me because of what I eat. What that got to do? God know I love him. I'm for black people. You're not. You black people have a God that's obedience is everything. You understand? So like General Hines said, come on, you better come on through. Learn to be obedient. You'll be surprised how much your life will change. Like the general just said, if you just quit smoking. If you eat what God said to eat and don't eat what he said not to eat, you will be surprised.
Yep, damn right, General.
And with that, unless anyone wants to say anything else, I'm going to say the water to Commanding General YAHANNA.
Damn right.
For establishing every word that we have said here tonight. And to General Mayak and General Hazayan, and Officer Moran, Officer Yediah. Say your name, Officer Matanya, Officer Ibad, right? And the beautiful sister here with us tonight, helping us out, getting it on. And with that said, cuídate, nos vamos.
Yourselves ready for Commanding General YAHANNA and the generals of the I.S.U.P.K. will be hosting a Monster Week across the United Kingdom for the 2023 Feast of Tabernacles. Thursday, September 28th, 7 p.m. 12 Shield, General Mahayama Scripture Breakdown Class, live from Edinburgh, Scotland. Friday, September 29th, tour of King James Castle, Johnny Walker Factory Tour, 8 p.m. I.S.U.P.K. opening of the Feast of Tabernacles, hosted by 13 Shield, commanding General YAHANNA from Edinburgh, Scotland. Saturday, September 30th, 12 noon, street speaking, Bull Ring, Birmingham, 6 p.m., street party and barbecue at I.S.U.P.K. United Kingdom, 10 p.m., nightlife, Club Republic in Leicester, special guest performance by 144, The Rebel. Sunday, October 1st, 12 noon, street speaking in central London, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, London tour and boat ride. Monday, October 2nd, 10 a.m., Let a Hebrew Speak, live with 12 Shield, General Hazayan Banyamya, 7 p.m. English Scripture Breakdown in King's Standing, Birmingham, with 12 Shield, General Mahayam, 9 p.m. Black Watch, live with Commanding General YAHANNA. Tuesday, October 3rd, 10 a.m., Shakespeare Theater and Warwickshire Castle Tour. For more info, call 44-7960-746-784.